So as promised, I'm going to be making Curry's protein bark. I don't feel like moving the camera around, so deal, I'm going to adjust myself to it. You're probably going to see a lot of my crotch. Sorry. I don't have a big package. Anyway, so it's pretty simple. It's a 3-ingredient recipe. You can't fuck this one up. So yeah, so we're going to use 4 tablespoons of this. I believe she used 1 tablespoon of this and 1 scoop of this guy. I'm going to double check the recipe right now before I get started, just to make sure. Only thing I'm currently missing right now is a big bowl and a spatula and some wax paper, which I do have. I will pull that out right now, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I have a bowl here. I have my tablespoon. I'm actually microwaving the 4 tablespoons of the coconut oil right now. I'm going to let that cool down a little because I'm going to be using the chocolate ISO, and the ISOs you have to be a little bit careful with because they are so refined. They tend to react very, very easily to heat, so they tend to clump a little bit. So, not saying I didn't warn you. You need to let the coconut oil cool a little bit. So I'm actually melting it right now. I'm going to let it cool off for about... I'm going to let it cool off probably for about 2 to 3 minutes before I actually mix these two together. In the meantime, I'm going to measure this guy out. And earlier I said it was a scoop of protein. I'm correcting myself. It is 1.5 scoops of protein. I'm going to grab this out of the microwave. So here I have it all nice and liquefied. I'm just going to let this guy cool over here to the side. Alright guys, so now with my tablespoon, I'm going to measure out, this is the Hershey's Cocoa Dark Chocolate Baking Powder. Okay, so we're going to put this guy to the side, throw him out. I have a chair here. I mean, you still can't see me, but I think this is as the chair goes too. Alright, so we got our 1 tablespoon of baking powder, chocolate baking powder. Yeah, chocolate cocoa baking powder. Now we're going to add 1.5 scoops of my favorite MTS ISO chocolate. It's 1. That's about a half. You can measure exactly on a scale if you're on prep or whatever, you need to be more exact. For me, and for this recipe's purposes, I'm actually not going to measure it, I'm just measuring using a scoop. But, you know, roughly, let's see, 32 grams a scoop, so it's not bad. Alright, I think that's good enough. It's still kind of warm a little bit. So it's a little warm, but I'm going to trust it. So we're going to mix this up, and according to Kara, okay, because she also told me that some people are having problems with the recipes, so I'm going to show you these are foolproof from time to time. This one shouldn't turn soupy. If you're using exactly 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, which I measured level with this, it's all dirty right now, sorry, but I leveled this off. It cannot be like around 1 that counts as 2 tablespoons, not 1, okay? So 4 flat, even, level tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, before I combine these, if you want this to be a little sweeter, as she stated on her video, you can use the stevia packet, or add stevia or that stevia drops that she has. I'm not going to add any of that because I actually want this to be kind of more traditional to dark chocolate. So I don't want it like super sweet or anything. Okay, so we're going to put these together. Just like so. So I'm getting like a sandy texture. And when I say that, I'll show you what I mean. So I call this like sand. So to me this is kind of like sand because it's almost muddy. This is actually what you want. Okay, so now I'm going to get my wax paper and my baking sheet so we can put this sucker. I'm actually going to use a plate because the baking sheet won't fit in my freezer, but We're gonna put it in the freezer. 1 second. So I use wax paper. I'm using a plate because, like I said, it's not gonna fit in my freezer otherwise. Dump the sucker in here. And let me keep in mind, people, I don't have a lot of baking tools or anything like that. I usually just use a fork and a spoon and a knife. Like, I don't have any special bowls. I don't have any, like, special measuring tools. Nothing like that. This is all recipes you can literally just do without all that shit your mom has at her house. Okay. So it's a little bit weird looking, but that's alright. I'm gonna make mine a little thinner. It looks actually really pretty, like a giant, like, glossy paint spill. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna put this in the freezer for about half an hour. Alright. So, I put that in there. We're gonna put this in the freezer. It's all chilling in here, I'll show you. Be quiet over there. See, I don't have any room. Sorry. So I put it up here. So in about half an hour, I'm going to check and see how it goes. And then we'll see from there. Mr. Archer, do you have anything you want to add to the video? Hey. Anything you want to add? He's kind of upset right now because he wants to go out, but I'm allergic to the pollen that's out there. We know. You're the star of the show, kitty. Anyway, so we'll be back in 30. Alright, so I just pulled this out of the freezer. It looks actually pretty hard. It hasn't been a full 30 minutes, it's only been 20 minutes. But it's pretty hard, so I'm gonna go ahead and just break that up, which actually is the fun part. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna see how they taste. I'm gonna try a little piece. It's always really good to try your own recipes to make sure that they're good before you give them out to your friends and colleagues. So I'm gonna try this little chunk. It's a little tacky. I like that. See? Totally foolproof. To check out more awesome recipes, go to tigerfitness.com or Tiger Fitness YouTube channel. Also, you can check out Carl Corey's YouTube channel as well. There'll be links down below to both of those pages. And if you would like to try this with your own tub, go to mtsgirl.com and use code AmberE for 5% off.